Because it is an incredible day for us. It's a day that we celebrate, and we wanted to celebrate it with
you
our
all.
His and
That's
Her
right.
Money family, the community at large, because, we do this not just for us, not just for our legacy's sake, but we do what we do with each one of you guys in mind.
That's right. So we are super excited. We thought that it'd be pretty cool just to go live on our anniversary. This was not planned whatsoever. So
This is our wedding anniversary? What do you mean our anniversary?
Well, this is the anniversary of when we paid off our mortgage.
What? That's right. You know what? We have a lot of new people here at His and Her Money. As of late, people have been finding out about us, even though we've been doing this for close to 6 years. A lot of you guys are brand new, and you may not know that we are a 100% debt-free family.
That's right.
Not just a little bit, but a lot of it.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you guys.
We see the love.
Everybody that's showing us love in the comment section. It means a lot. Hello to each one of you. But yeah, today is the day, man.
Today, y'all.
2 years ago on this very day, my lovely wife and I and our three awesome children walked into the bank that was holding our mortgage, and we made our very last debt payment, which was the very last mortgage payment.
Now make sure you guys come in and that you share this. I think that sharing this video is actually a good thing, because others can see that, hey, if we're completely debt free, our mortgage is paid off, you can as well. So share this, share this, share this. Yes, so 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? 2 years, you guys. It was pretty funny. We were doing a interview this morning. We were on somebody else's show, and we were talking about part of the mortgage payoff, but it didn't dawn on us that, wait, it's today. And then it dawned on us, wait, it's today. And our son, you all, he was outside. All three of our kids were outside playing in the water. And he came in, and also we heard a boom.
Slid right into the door.
He slid because his feet, he was so wet. Open the office door open, and we're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong?" This is the anniversary.
Today's the day that we paid off our house, Mom and Dad.
Yes, it is. He was so excited. Oh gosh, that he fell and got right back off the floor and was just like, "Mom and Dad, this is the day." So even our kids are extremely excited. So yeah, we just wanted to come on just to talk with you guys. We'll probably answer a few questions.
So let's talk about what the deal was for those who don't know. So it was exactly, so we talked about 2 years ago being the day that we walked into the bank, 5 years before that date. So it was exactly 5 years from the date that we closed on our home. 5 years later to the date. Yeah. We walked into the bank with our very last mortgage payment.
You guys are so sweet. Oh my gosh. I do want to read some of these comments when I see them. Somebody said that she actually purchased her home with the help from us, and now it's time for her to start paying it off early. Congrats to you.
Come on, let's do it.
And congrats for having that mindset. I love it. You can't wait for you and your husband to do it. You guys are going to do it. Yes, just stay focused. Continue doing that. Yeah, but we walked in the bank 5 years to the very date, you guys, and
went live.
We went live. So if you all want to watch that video, if you go to our YouTube channel, it's there. It's there on our website as well, hisandhermoney.com. We were live. It was tears. It was all genuine. It was authentic. And yeah, somebody asked, what did we do to initially celebrate? We're going to talk about that.
We need y'all to share this because we want people to hear this story. We want people to see us as a representation of what can be done. And we want to help people. So you can help us help other people by really quickly hitting that share button right here, right now.
Someone said, I celebrate with you, especially being an African-American family. Thank you, Donna.
That's why we did it.
One of the reasons why we did it, because there was not a lot of representation, not a lot of people that looked just like my husband and I. Granted, there were some, but let's be honest, not a lot, right? Even though we were doing it, people were paying off mortgages, people are doing big things. You don't necessarily hear their stories or their voices for various reasons. So we wanted to be an example, and you all, the love that you guys share us is incredible. Share with us is incredible. The emails, the comments, the inbox messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We read them. We may not always be able to respond back, but thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It was definitely a goal of ours, a dream of ours when we purchased our home. I had just recently had our third, And I don't want to say final baby, but to us final. But our third child, she was just born. No,
she came
she
after.
wasn't even born, you guys.
A month later.
She was born in July. So we were buying this home. We always joke and say it was the third baby that caused
She changed everything.
Everything. We had to buy larger. We had to buy a van. We had to buy bigger. Like, it was just like, okay, we did this for you. But yes, she wasn't even born.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. A month later, she was born.
She came a month later.
Yeah. And so we made the decision from day one that we knew that we did not want to stay in a 30-year mortgage. And we're going to talk about some of the things, not necessarily, we're not going to go into full detail of everything that we did, but what was our reason behind, we decided to purchase a 30-year mortgage opposed to a 15-year mortgage.
Somebody asked that question.
Somebody
so go ahead
did?
and break that down.
Yeah.
Why did we go with the 30 over the 15?
So I'm sure that you guys here, there's a lot of people that tell you and that they share, hey, get a 15-year mortgage, therefore you can pay it off a lot sooner. Yes, we definitely agree. If you can do it, do it. Our reason behind actually getting a 30-year mortgage, we knew that we weren't even going to keep the mortgage 30 years. We also knew we weren't even going to keep the mortgage 15 years, but we wanted the payment size. Why? We were a one-income family at the time. Was his or her money even born then?
Yeah.
Just maybe, we were like not even a year
old. It was
old.
young though.
We weren't even a year old. So this company wasn't even a year old. So this company wasn't definitely bringing in money to be able to sustain any type of income. So we were a one income household family. And we knew that we wanted a 30-year mortgage because in the event, hey, you guys, look at what's happening right now with COVID or the pandemic and things like that. We didn't want to be stretched in the event if we could not apply extra towards a mortgage 1 month, or maybe he was in between jobs and things like that. We didn't want to have the stress of having a larger mortgage payment.
We put ourselves in the driver's seat. So with a 15-year mortgage, yes, you pay it off sooner, but your payment, your obligation is a lot larger. And so we actually did the math up front. Even when it was time for us to refinance, we even thought about going to a 15-year mortgage at that point because we paid down our mortgage, some of our mortgage, and you all, even then the numbers didn't even make sense. It still made sense to stay put into our 30-year mortgage because the acceleration, the rate that we were going at and paying the extra principal outweighed even the 15-year. So the savings was still there, if not better. So that's why we chose a 30-year mortgage. So on our platform, you will never hear us say, get a 15-year mortgage. That's the only thing that we believe in. No, we believe that you should not overstretch yourselves. We believe that when you do purchase a mortgage, that you do buy a home, that you're not doing it on a two-income scenario basis. What is that? So two-income trap.
Two-income trap. So you can talk about that.
So yeah, and we, to go along with what
Thank you
Ty
all for
was saying,
sharing. Thank you.
We believe that personal finance is personal. We believe that there's not a cookie cutter approach to how to get to the freedom that you desire. We believe there are a lot of great options, and based on your variables, you need to pick the solutions that work best for you.
Yeah.
So now the two income trap, which is what my wife just brought up. Okay. This is very important.
Y'all like his glasses? I'm sitting up here like, why do I see the computer scheme through your glasses? So I'm noticing that you like these glasses for style as well. I'm noticing that.
And I like the way they make my eyes feel.
So these are actually blue light glasses because we work on a computer all day long.
All day.
It actually helps with our eyesight.
I can literally feel the difference when
you
I don't have them
You
on.
really can. If you all have not tried it, try it. We got them off Amazon. I found a 4-pack, y'all. Like there was no reviews or anything. It was a 4-pack with like a $5 coupon. And these are the bomb.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. We got some for our kids too, because the way that it's looking, they may be doing e-learning even throughout fall.
So they're going to be doing their computer stuff.
He likes it for the style too. The swag. I love it.
So let's talk about the two income trap, because this is a mindset that you need to adapt before you try to go onto this journey that we went on to. It's because we adapted this mentality that we were able to do what we did and paying off $330,000 in 5 years. Okay. It is called the two
Did we
income
tell y'all
trap.
That? $330,000 in 5 years.
It was when it was all said and done, that 5 years is up. It was $330,000 that we paid off on one single income that was below $100,000. Let that marinate. So now let's talk about the two income trap. Okay. This was a book that was written over a decade ago by, at the time, was Professor Elizabeth Warren, who is now Senator Elizabeth Warren. But back before her political career, she was a professor, and her daughter wrote a book called The Two Income Trap. Highly recommended reading. So basically, essentially, what the two income trap is this. a man and a woman or two spouses come together and they are in love and they get married and they build a life that is based on two incomes. So they go and they qualify for a mortgage that requires two incomes. They each get a car with car notes. They each have credit cards. They each have student loans. So now fast forward into their relationship and something changes. It could be a layoff. It could be, I think I want to stay home and raise the kids. It could be,
that's actually what happened.
I think I want to launch a business. Something changes. And one wants to leave the workforce to pursue something else.
Yep.
But unfortunately, they cannot because they have built a life that requires two incomes. That's why it's called the two income trap. So what we did, even from the inception of our marriage, was make sure that our lifestyle did not require two salaries. So we always lived below our means, which is a common used phrase, but hardly anybody ever takes it to heart. So when we had our first residence, which was not a single family home, it was a townhouse, we based it on one income, not both of our incomes.
And we had it at the time when the recession hit. So we made no money whatsoever. The home was totally upside down. So this time when we purchased this particular home, we knew coming into it, we were like, this is going to be our forever home. Like, unless God tells us to move, we're going to make sure that we pay off as much as possible and do it quickly.
Mm-hmm. So that is something we want to encourage you. Now, maybe you're in a position to where your life is already based on two incomes. You're like, dang, it's too late. I wish somebody would have told me that ahead of time. Well, what can you do? What can you do? Maybe you can't dial things back to where you only require 50% of your income to live, but you shouldn't be living a life that requires 100% of your income to live. Can you get to 90%? Can you get to 80%? What type of margin can you create between your expenses and your income? So
we have a lot of podcasts or episodes on our podcast, the His and Her Money Show. If you're not listening to it, you all, it's full of information, great information. It's totally free. And we talk with people who are actually single and they too are not living off 100% of their income. So no matter what, you should not be living off your entire income. Anything can happen. Look at what's happening now. Like, nobody could have ever thought that this would happen, where the entire world practically will be shut down, like, for 2 to 3 months and even longer.
The whole world got put into timeout.
Like, what? So we were telling our students for a long time, you guys, something is going to be coming. There's going to be another recession, but this time it's going to hit harder, and everyone should be prepared. We've been telling our family, we're like, you all, everybody should owe no man nothing but love. Yeah. Become completely debt free. So becoming completely debt free is actually part of our wealth strategy. And the day that we went in to go pay off our mortgage, you all, that feeling was so amazing that by the time the following month came and we didn't even have to pay that mortgage payment, guess what? That feeling was still there. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to show our children, hey, we want you all to do this. Hopefully our kids will probably be buying homes with cash, if not paying it off sooner than we did. But we did this as an example. So how do you feel 2 years later? 2 years later, I still feel completely grateful because, like you said, look at the world right now. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were thrown into flux. A lot of their situations were thrown into flux because of lost income, lost wages, lost occupation, but they still had the same amount of bills. For us, we paid a price up front with not this particular scenario in mind, but we paid that price up front because we knew that we didn't know what the future held. Yep. And we, again, want to be in the driver's seat of our future. We didn't want to be locked into situations that we didn't have to. Yep. So we paid a price up front. We went hard for 5 years, attacking nothing but this mortgage, foregoing a lot of things. That's right. I love someone commented, I want to pronounce your name, but I don't want to get it wrong. Ajoa. There we go. Bought my house last year based on the one income principle you taught on YouTube. Love that. See, I love it when you guys. We're not new to this. Thank you for saying that. But I love it when you guys can take our information and you all are actually applying it in real life. So thank you for sharing that. So happy that you did that. So how do I feel 2 years later? I still feel incredible, you all. I'm telling you, there is probably not, in the beginning, there was like no day that went by that it was not a conscious thought. Now, I would probably say there's no week that goes by in our lives that we don't either talk about it or... It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. Like, we drive in our neighborhood, we pull up in our driveway, and our kids will say, we're driving up to our paid-off house. And we're pretty sure we're the only one in the neighborhood. We're pretty sure that we are. And we, like, there's no week that go by. We constantly talk about it. We just sit down and like, man, thank God. Like, we're so grateful to God that he did this for us. But we want to tell you all, it was not easy.
Tiana, we can't wait to have you on the show to talk about you paying off the mortgage.
That's right. I love it. That's right. Can't wait to have her on. So yeah, you guys, when we started, and if some of you all seen the video, my gosh, the video is so old. Like, my hair wasn't even locked. All we could start with was an extra $20.
Now pause right there.
All we could
pause
afford.
Right there.
We looked
this is
at
important,
our budget,
guys. Now, before we go into depth right here of how this thing gets started, hit the share button.
Yeah.
Because it ain't magic. It ain't magic. We're going to give y'all a couple of things that we did, and you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started with $20. We sat down. We went
Why?
We sat down, we went over our budget,
Yeah.
and we were like, all we can squeeze is an extra $20 right now.
Now, before you dive into that, there's an important point that I don't want people to miss. At that moment, at the beginning of the 5-year journey, we said to ourselves, and this is something you can say to yourself. This is something you can say to your spouse. We said we will never make a minimum monthly payment on this mortgage. We said that before we closed on the house.
That's so true.
We said never, ever will we make a minimum payment. Now, that was a bold statement. We weren't rolling in the dough. There was a lot of transitions happening. My wife talked about baby number 3 was coming. We just bought a new vehicle. I was being transferred into.
We bought that vehicle in cash.
Word. I was starting a new job. So there was a whole lot of transition going on when we made this proclamation. We weren't making this proclamation from a perfect scenario.
That's right. Chelsea says she wants both these shirts y'all got on. She is one of our
go to
Power
wealthbranded.com.
Couples University students. We do have to make these available for our students.
Yeah. You can see the gear that we got right now. Somebody type in the comments real quick, wealthbranded.com. That's the name of our clothing line, wealthbranded.com.
But Power Couples University isn't there. We probably need to make it available, though, for our students.
We'll put it in there.
But, so, yeah, all we could afford at the time, and we didn't look at it as, all we could afford is, oh, my gosh, we don't have $200. All we have is $20. No, we looked at, great, we got an extra $20 that we can put here in the budget. Let's apply that towards our principal. So we looked at it in a positive way. That $20 began to grow. Then we looked at other things. Can we round it up to the nearest 100? Like, could we round up our mortgage payment to the nearest 100? We did that. Then we called our mortgage company and said, hey, we know that we have to pay you every single month, but do you all have it where you all can pull out half of the payment every 2 weeks? And then at the end of the 4th week, that's the one particular whole entire month's payment that you can then apply? Sure, we can do that. So then by the end of a 12-month calendar year, we've actually paid a 13th payment because there's 52 weeks in a year. So we looked at different ways that we can do it that was really small and minute in the beginning. Like the Bible says, don't despise small beginnings. And so I don't want you guys to look at your situation and say this is hopeless. We can barely even pay off student loans. We can barely even afford our rent bill. We can barely even afford our light bill and things like that. I want you to look and say, what can I do? Maybe I can eat out less, right? Every single week. Maybe I can compensate one particular meal eating out towards my mortgage. Maybe I don't have to buy or put $100 or $200 in the budget just to buy clothing when actually my clothing from the previous month still fit. So I want you guys to actually look at different things, various things that you can do in order to knock down that principal. Now, it's important that you're not just throwing the cash and you're not just sending in the payment expecting the mortgage company to apply it towards principals, to apply it towards the principal. Most times they actually just apply it just like save it until the payment is due. You want to tell them any and all extra additional payments or money that I send in, I want that to be applied towards principal. So you all, it's been 2 years later and we still feel incredibly blessed, still feel incredibly grateful. The things that we have been able to do. We recently took our kids to Disney World. We actually shared that. So if you go to our Instagram page, we saved a little highlight where we took our kids to Disney. Y'all, Disney's expensive. My gosh, like expensive. We went for 3 days. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, came back on a Monday. Y'all, we went for 3.5 days and that bill was high.
Nice.
Like we could have bought a vehicle, right? But that was one of our goals that we knew that once we paid off our mortgage, we want to surprise them. And we shared the video. Man, we actually got to put the video together so we can put it on YouTube. But we actually surprised our kids. Our kids had no idea that they were going to Disney World the very next morning. Like, oh my gosh. So we were able to do that. Right now, we're getting renovations done on our home. We're getting a complete basement renovation. We've been able to do that even during quarantine and things like that. So God has been good. God has been good. We don't gloat. We don't boast.
No, we just want to represent
Yeah.
to show you all that it can be done.
Yep.
We are an average
Thank
family.
you.
We had an average income. It was one income that was below 100,000. Like it never touched 100,000 during that time, but yet we still made it happen because of a whole lot of sacrifice, a whole lot of creativity, man.
Yep.
So the reason we took our audience on this 5-year journey with us, the reason we went live the day that we made the final payment was so that you could know that you could do it too.
Nothing was beneath us, y'all. We would do mystery shopping. Even if it meant that we got $2, $3, $4 at times, we would apply it towards the principal. Like, we actually treated it like it was a game. We made it fun. We was like, okay, this is our game. We will look at the calendar. Okay, that date will be approaching in however many years, and what can we do to pay down this mortgage? Y'all, we were focused. Like, there were no tax returns. Like, if there was anything, it was going towards
Went to the mortgage.
The mortgage, period. I want to read this. Kimberly said, hi, we are 40-year-old parents of 14, 12, 8, and 2-year-old children. We are debt-free as of Wednesday. $426,000 paid.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Everybody show Kimberly
That's
some love,
incredible.
man.
How do you feel?
She she said they made the last payment on Wednesday.
Congrats.
And that's the mortgage.
You
Done.
have changed
Over with.
your family's life forever. Forever.
We
You
should
have
celebrate
no idea.
each other.
That's
We should
incredible.
celebrate each other.
Incredible.
So
Love
it's been amazing. It's been amazing. 2 years later, it's still amazing.
It's not over.
And why
Yep.
should you go on this journey? Why should you go on this journey? Why? And you know, that's cool for you, Talent and Time, but why should I? Because we paid the price so that we could control our destiny. Right now, we are doing things that we had in our heart to do. We are in the driver's seat. We are able to make decisions not based on payments, but based on our passions, because we don't have payments anymore. We took the time when others were questioning our motives, were questioning our decisions, were questioning our strategy. We just kept tunnel vision and said, we are going to do this, because we knew on the back end, we were going to be in control.
Oh my gosh.
So the point of the matter is, you got to go hard for a certain period of time, which we call hustle season.
Hustle season.
That's a term that we coined, is that you're going to hustle super hard before season. Because if you go through hustle season, on the back of it is financial freedom.
That's right.
And you have the freedom to do what you want.
We created an entire course for you guys. It's called Crush My Mortgage. But if you're part of our Power Couples University, if you're a student that's part of Power Couples University,
you got access to
Power Couples is very cheap, if I had to say. It's very inexpensive. Like we
make it accessible.
It's the cost of eating out if you ate out at McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, but sometimes I eat their breakfast sandwich, but I don't eat McDonald's. But if you eat at McDonald's, it's like the cost of that. Very minimal, but people are changing their lives over there. We have our Crush Our Mortgage course. Everything is there. So yes, you are more than willing to go to powercouplesuniversity.com if you want more information there.
Y'all should come on and be a part of that community, because we go hard.
We got some of our power players.
They over there paying off thousands of dollars of debt. They over there
not playing,
controlling their destiny
during the pandemic.
Right now.
During the pandemic, they're actually paying down debt.
Stop playing. You like, we can show you the way. PowerCouplesUniversity.com.
There we go.
They in the comments.
We got Mr. Power Players.
Right
Hey, they in the house.
They
Love
can
them.
attest to it. We ain't got to say nothing else. If you want to win, come to PowerCouplesUniversity.com. Flat out. So go ahead.
So you guys, our lives have changed forever. We tell people all the time, imagine what can you do without any payments, and think about that.
Just pause for a second.
Think about it.
What would your life look like without those debt payments?
Yep. Oh,
breathe that in.
Chelsea said Power Couples University is worth it.
100%.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
Love it. What would you do? There are a lot of you guys right now that are stuck at jobs, stuck at 9 to 5 because it pays the bills, but it is not your desire, nor is it your passion, or even your mission or ministry. So there are so many people who are carrying visions within them that can't even have them fulfilled, right? Because they owe someone something. So this is why we're telling you, you have to look at debt. Debt is slavery. It's slavery.
What do you mean?
It's bondage, right? And there are a lot of people right now who would tell you, hey, if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would do things differently. And guess what? It's never too late. We got 50, 60-year-olds changing their lives. It's never too late.
100%.
Yes.
So it doesn't get old. We're excited that 2 years later we get to come and say, hey guys, we did it and you can do it too. It does not get old. It is worth the fight.
There you go.
That freedom is worth the fight.
Worth
if
it.
you don't know nothing else about talent and time, because I know some of you all guys are just becoming acquainted to us and the work that we do, we are here to tell you that freedom is worth the fight.
Y'all, it's worth it. Like,
it's hard, but it's worth the fight.
It was extremely, like, there were some moments where it felt like, will this ever be over? Like, will this ever be done? It doesn't feel like the needle is moving, but the needle was moving. Like, the needle was moving. Even if it was $20, $10, $50 here and there, the needle was moving. And to be able to be now on the other side, I would say I would do it all over again. If it meant that I can be in this seat today, if it meant that I can change the lives that I'm changing now today, if it meant that I can give my children things that maybe I didn't have or maybe desired, then it was all worth it.
Yeah, so we have this challenge, and we want to challenge you guys with it as we close this out. It's called the Mustard Seed Challenge, okay? We want those of you who are willing to step out by faith to call your mortgage lender Monday and set up a mustard seed toward your debt freedom. For us, it was simply a $20 additional monthly payment. So if you are willing to take that mustard seed challenge, you can comment, challenge, accept it.
Yeah, say I'm coming with y'all. That's what I want y'all to say. Put that in the comments. Say I'm coming with y'all. I love that. Taryn said,
your sister Taryn?
No, it's not my sister Taryn, but someone else said, you bless me so much with small wins, like using kitchen towels instead of paper towels. I only buy Viva, which is expensive. So using kitchen towels every now and then is a game changer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's exactly what I did. I took my role as being the manager of our home. I took it so serious where I looked at everything that my family consumed, touched, whatever, or needed. I looked at different ways to see how I can save us money, right? A lot of times people think getting out of debt means that you have to be cheap or frugal. No, we never compromised quality. We never compromised value. We never even compromised if we wanted to do certain things. Let's say we wanted to go on a cruise or something like that. We just saved up for it. We did it.
That's it.
But we still looked at things. We made wise decisions. That's the whole purpose of being debt free. That's the whole purpose of paying off your mortgage, is making wise decisions with the money that God has blessed you with. So thank you for sharing that. I really do appreciate that. Another thing, y'all, I want you guys to take advantage of this. We weren't going to mention it, but I said, why not? Because it ends tonight, midnight. It's called Master Your Money Mini Bundle. We were a part of this thing, y'all. Now, let me tell y'all about this. It is only $19.99. You are going to get 24 money products, 24, to help you on your journey of paying off debt, saving more money, building wealth. Our book, Money Talks, is also included in this, and it's only $19.99, and it ends tonight, midnight. So don't send an email 1 o'clock. Don't send an email at 7 o'clock in the morning saying, Ty and Tally, can I get my hands on this? No, we actually have no control over it. We're just a part of it.
We're just letting you know that it's available.
There were other influencers or other, I don't want to say companies, but other experts who decided to participate.
Put it all together for one
They
package.
gave their product. We gave our book and said, hey, anybody that wants to buy this bundle, they can have our book. That's fine. And there's 24 products for $19.99. It ends tonight, midnight. A lot of y'all done got it. Like, I saw a lot of people have already got it. Start changing your lives, you all. Start making wise investments towards your future. And that's what we did. We consumed knowledge. We even paid for knowledge, right? While we were paying off debt, and even now to this very day. Start investing wisely with your dollars, right? We don't need another handbag, even though I love purses. That's like my thing. But we don't need that. We need to start investing in tools that's going to help us change our lives forever. So go to hisandhermoney.com/M as in Mary, Y as in yellow, M as in Mary, B as in boy, MYMB. You got to midnight to get your hands on it. But I just want to say that real quick.
Somebody asked what I did during that time. I was a teacher.
Yep. He was in the education field.
I was just a teacher.
Yep.
So you can do it.
Yep. That's right. Yeah. We did everything, y'all. Like, we looked at even the income. If he got a raise, we didn't get a raise. Our mortgage got a raise.
The website for the bundle is on the screen. hisandhermoney.com/MYMB.
You won't be disappointed. It is a phenomenal bundle. You get like 21 products with 3 bonuses. So it's a total of 24 money tools to help you on your journey for only $19.99. So yeah, definitely get it. Where do I get it? hisandhermoney.com. It's on the screen /MYMB. Did y'all see it on the screen? Everybody see it? It's up there.
So yeah, we wanted y'all to know that today was the day, because we consider y'all family straight up. We
Yes.
consider y'all family, and we didn't want to just celebrate this in our house with our kids and our family just by ourselves.
So our kids want us
We
to
wanted
take them out, y'all.
to be a part of it.
They're like,
Sorry.
Mom and Dad, how are we going to celebrate? That's something that we also did during our journey, where we put in little celebrations because we knew that we would get tired, we would get exhausted. Hey, Keisha, we would get tired, we would get exhausted. So we had to put in little wins. Sometimes it was we would stay overnight downtown. We live here in Chicago, have a beautiful city. We would stay downtown.
The best downtown
It is
ever.
the best, I would say. I love DC too, but Chicago, like nothing tops it.
Yeah.
But we would like stay downtown, or we would go to a nice restaurant. Like we would do things, that will help us, encourage us, inspire us to stay the course. So yeah. So our kids want to do something. They're like, Mom and Dad, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So they want ice cream.
Glasses.
Y'all want to know the glasses? Y'all, I got to actually give y'all the link to these glasses. Where can I put the link at? I got to give y'all the link because I found it.
We'll put it in the description after this.
You won't be able to find them. It's a 4-pack, and it was $18.99 with a $5 coupon. Even $18.99 for a 4-pack is incredible. But I paid like $13
You feel the
bucks
difference
for
on
it.
your eyeballs.
We got pink,
My gosh.
leopard, and clear. Yeah, you feel a difference. We have 20/20 vision. We don't even wear glasses. But because we work all day on our computers, this is what we do. Our eyes we would feel fatigue or get headaches, y'all. It changes the game. So get your kids some of these glasses too.
Blue light glasses.
Yep. It's a nice deal. It's a good deal. I wish there was a way that I can give y'all the link.
We'll put it in the description once this live is over.
So I'll put it in.
Just
Okay,
come back
so it'll
after
be
the
there.
live and it'll
All
be
right.
there.
It'll be there.
So,
thank you guys
welcome
so much.
to all the new members of the family. Yo,
welcome,
hit the subscribe button.
welcome.
Hit the make sure you like, make sure that you
Yes.
comment, make sure that you share this
like
video
them.
because we feel like this is something that people need to see.
Yep.
We need people to know that there are people that look like them that are getting it done
right.
and are teaching others how to do it. Tyler and Ty, His and Her Money, we've been here for almost 6 years doing this work. And it's coming to the forefront right now.
Kimberly, who paid off over $400,000, she said that they had a seafood boil to celebrate. Now, if you all go back and watch our video of when we paid off our mortgage, we were in the bank. That's what we did. We celebrated. We actually went to go get seafood. We took our kids to Papa Do's. It's a popular seafood restaurant here. They've never been. And we spent money, y'all, and just enjoyed ourselves. We also took our kids to the store and allowed them to pick out a toy of their choice because our kids were younger. They were 2 years younger. So our son now is 10. We have a 10-year-old, 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So they were 2 years younger at the time, and they could not necessarily understand fully, what does that mean? Okay, you paid off a mortgage, so what? Like, what does that mean? So they will remember the day that Mom and Dad took them to the bank, got them dressed up, took them to the store, took them out to eat and celebrated. Y'all, now they keep telling us, Mom and Dad, we're in our paid off home. We're in our paid off home. Mm-hmm. And so we're teaching our kids to value and take care of their home, take care of the things.
Is legacy.
It's legacy, y'all. It's legacy, yes.
If you don't have no other reason.
Yep.
Do it for the
legacy. Do it, y'all.
Do it for your last
And
name.
I don't care, even if your kids are older, like you could still be an example.
100%.
Your children don't necessarily have to be living in your home in order to do that. So, yeah. So thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much for the love, the congratulations. We are super excited. And we love you guys.
All right, guys, we are bringing this to an end. We were just wanted to celebrate with you guys because, again, y'all are family and we love you. So, man, this is the day.
2 years.
2-year debt freedom
so
anniversary.
Excited,
the question is, what's going to be your debt freedom anniversary? We need y'all to put in the work so that y'all can cross your own finish line and let the celebration begin.
Yes.
All right, guys, until next time.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.